Boomers are just absolute dinosaurs in the times that we are living in. I'm talking about both the age boomers and the mindset boomers. They are back with some anti-classic video game takes that make you genuinely wonder how these people are controlling our every fabric of reality and why these people even try to spat out their opinions in the wild like this.
The problem with video games is mainly that they are juvenile.
Forgive me for this being my second language and being a general idiot, but I want you to define juvenile because I think we are at a misunderstanding pertaining to characteristic of or suitable or intended for young persons. So, childish, basically. Well, I guess we have to add this person to the list of boomers that think those video games are only for little kids. I don't understand how the video game industry being more profitable than a lot of entertainment industries combined doesn't send the signal that adults are playing video games now and they are the primary consumers of them. That is, unless we have a secret society of absolute rich kids that control and dominate society.
When a child plays make-believe with his friends, this is a playful stage he grows out of.
Grows out of in favor of what? Endless responsibilities? Have you ever thought that all those things are just stressful and not fun? Or have you ever thought that we have done all of those stuff throughout the day and we just want to catch a goddamn break? And we do that by playing video games. But that's too childish, apparently.
When a grown man plays video games, he is playing make-believe with his friends like a stunted child.
That, or they just want to have fun and games are fun?
The game is fun. If it's not fun, why bother?
God forbid that adults have fun, right? They should just go to work, right? Or do things that are more socially adult, right?
If a grown man plays make-believe with a child, then he taps into a childlike state for the sake of the child.
I really don't see this as a bad thing, especially when you can relate to your kids better when you both know how video games work, and you wonder why boomers are bad parents. They know jack squat about the games their kids are playing, or for that matter, anything about their kids.
If he were to act the same way with a grown man, it would be disordered.
No, he won't. Grown men in this day and age also play video games. They don't play them at work. In fact, you shouldn't play them at work, as one incredibly unfortunate Indonesian representative got caught in 4K on. But they do play them at home, and there's nothing wrong with enjoying them at home.
What is worse is that video games mock that childlike state by inserting adult and grotesque content into a type of activity that is reserved for childlike innocence and play.
That's... wow, you boomers have some brand new arguments, huh? So mature content in games is a mockery to video games because video games are meant for children? What you see as mockery, you boomer, is evolution and market adaptation. Adults love video games. Adults buy video games. The gaming industry responds to the demands. And boom, the biggest entertainment industry in the whole world, and a lot of their games are catered to adults. There's a reason why we have the rating system for video games. In fact, we have several different versions of them for every region. Just make sure that you're actually rating your games and not get caught in 4K using people's tax money to mine crypto. Seriously, congrats for Blue Archive on exposing these idiots.
Furthermore, video games act as a form of escapism, as do other pastimes in some cases, but it is doubly offensive, as it is an escapism into a world where he pretends to be a hero in the land with no consequences.
Doubly offensive? Why only double? Can it be triply offensive? Quadruply? 5 times offensive? 10 times? And why is it offensive? Because they are role-playing in a safe environment that doesn't hurt people? How is it offensive?
This differs from the enjoyment of other forms of art, like movies and books, where there is a clear separation between the recipient and the created work.
You clearly have never played video games if you cannot separate the two.
Whereas with video games, a man titillates his ego with a fantasy wherein he is the lord of his non-existent destiny.
I genuinely have no idea what you're talking about right now. I guess you're just really salty that most people are having fun with games and you're not. Most people who play games have other adult responsibilities as well. So who cares if they get to spend a couple of hours pretending to be God in their own little digital world?
When a man reads of great war heroes, he is humbled by the fact that they are greater than him.
That's not a universal reaction to great war heroes. Just look at any Zoomer takes about history and how they're really quick to just put any historical figure under the bus for all sorts of stuff. Heck, that's what happened with any dumb take related to Oppenheimer.
When he pretends to be them, he conflates his virtual titillation with a reality that is not even real.
And you're here conflating reality to something that's not real. What makes you different again? This is just a typical boomer take on video games, no respect to the medium, no understanding of the source at hand, and on top of all that, an absolute disdain towards the people who love that hobby. And you wonder why people aren't choosing to be right-wingers these days. You wonder why these types of boomer parents are not doing well with kids these days. You wonder why our society is messed up when these people are the ones running the freaking world. And that's just the first hoopla out of the two that I want to talk about in this video. These are all the hooplas that I talk about on my APB Show channel, link down below, go subscribe. So without further ado, let's get to the next hoopla. Man, I cannot stop talking about the Barbie movie. At this point, someone should stop me because I love it so much. One universal take that a lot of people agreed on is that Ken is pretty much the absolute highlight of the movie. And it's so much of a highlight that people are genuinely afraid that Ken might be overshadowing Barbie a little bit too much. Actually, no. He overshadowed Barbie enough. Oh, sorry, I mean Ken-uff.
Enough is enough. I can't sit back and watch y'all turn a man into the star of the Barbie movie.
That's too bad because he has the best musical segment in the movie. It's so good that the movie uses it as a promotion, one that you can watch right now. Seriously, it's really good. And it's Ryan Gosling who sang it too.
I am tired of responding individually, so to anyone saying, "It says supporting, can't you read?" Yes, doesn't matter what he's nominated for if he's the only one nominated.
It sounds like you are very salty that in your feminist Barbie movie, the real star of the movie is the patriarchy endorsing Ryan Gosling's Ken. I mean, you can say that this movie is woke and all, and it is, but you can't deny that the unintended backfire of the movie's overall message is hilarious to watch, both in movie and in real life. This is why I can't exactly hate the movie, because I was laughing way too much at the unintended messages than I was getting outraged at the intended messages. I wasn't even outraged at that, I was just confused and baffled, but I was no longer confused and baffled when I can just embrace the fact that I am a man, and I am Ken-uff, and I'm great at doing stuff.
Some of y'all have been praising this man up and down since before the movie even came out, but now you want to act like you have no idea what I'm talking about, and the focus has really been on the women all along.
Yes, you have no idea what you're talking about. And no, this movie hasn't been about women all along. Sorry to say this, but not everyone is gonna take your feminist propaganda as intended.
His performance was great, and I enjoyed it, but a man getting all the attention despite the film itself literally warning about the corrosive influence of the patriarchy and the sidelining of women doesn't sit right with me.
Oh wow, you really want to go there. The film doesn't warn about the corrosive influence of the patriarchy. In fact, the film shows that everyone is enjoying the patriarchy and that Barbie doesn't like it because she got treated the same way that she treated Ken last time. And for that matter, the film suggests that the best way to take down the patriarchy is to submit to the patriarchy or pretend to submit to the patriarchy. But you know what? You're right. The sidelining of women, that's absolutely terrible. The sidelining of men, that's perfectly fine. That definitely won't cause the patriarchy uprising and the anti-feminist movement that you so despise, which is pretty much the entire reason why Kendom happens in the first place. That definitely won't cause the creation of the new Barbie sequel, The Patriarchy Strikes Back. And that's all for the video today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, definitely give it a like and subscribe. And as always, huge thanks to all of these wonderful people who have supported this channel immensely with just $1 or more through the following links you can check down below, and you will see your names among those legends. Seriously, thank you so much, and I will see you all next time.